welcome to the My High Club. I'm your host, Chris Moses, and we back again for another great episode with my guy, Terry Taylor. What's going on, my guy?
What's up?
Feel me? You know what I'm saying? We got a different little scenery today. You know what I mean? Downtown Chicago.
The Hyatt House.
Top floor. You feel me? So, what's been going on with you, man?
Shit, not much for real. We just played the Miami Heat today, so got a nice little dub.
Big boy dub, yeah.
Yeah. Man, just on a two-way, just going back and forth between the Windy City Bulls and the Chicago Bulls and whatnot. So, just enjoying my time in this cold Chicago weather.
Yeah, I stopped through there today before I came and seen you. I had an opportunity to go watch the Windy City Bulls play the Delaware Bluecoats.
Yep.
Yeah, Mac McClung and they got it on. They was battling. Windy City ended up pulling out the dub over there too. So
my guys.
Shout out to those guys. But so we in Chicago now, but let's slow it down. The last time we talked, we kind of talked about your going up through Bowling Green and all the way up through your high school and college. So let's talk a little bit more now about like the league and just that whole process. So
all right, bet.
Let's talk about, you graduate from Austin Peay and now you're going into your pre-draft process. How did that go for you? As far as like picking an agent, starting there.
So I actually had already picked my agent like by Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was just a feeling. Especially after we played Murray State, I had really knew who I was going to choose. So I went with Cam Brennick and BJ Baz of RBA Sports, and it just felt like family, and I knew they wasn't going to with me about the things that they were telling me. So I think that made it easier because, they always shot me straight with whatever it was with NBA teams and whatnot. So I really appreciated that, and they wanted my best interest and whatnot. But on top of that, like, that part was easy. The next part was the grueling part. So I got invited to do 3-on-3. After I took like a week and a half off after the season. So I went to do the 3-on-3, just to get some cardio and whatnot, and just
get your legs back.
Yeah, try to get some momentum building. So I trained out in Clarksville for a little bit, and then I ended up transitioning to Long Island, New York, where my agent is.
They're based out of pretty much, yeah.
Basically based out of where they're from and whatnot. And my guy Vinny, he was also living out there at the time, so it just made it easier and whatnot. So
like an easy transition for you to just.
So I was out there for a month. So from the beginning of May to literally the end of June, I was there. I was getting up at 6 in the morning, and I was lifting first. Then I was on court with Vinny, and then I'll have time to go get some lunch and whatnot, and then I'll be on the court again with Vinny around like 12-ish, maybe 11, just depending on the time. And it was a lot of dog days, not even gonna lie. Like,
well, yeah, I'm pretty sure let's talk about like what was the biggest difference from the workouts from college to pre-draft.
Pre-draft was more dedicated to like getting me ready for like the workouts I was going to do in the NBA workouts.
Right.
Like whenever I fly into the city, and I go through all the testing and whatnot, and what the NBA teams would have me do. But it was also like sharpening what I'm good at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So, we was doing a lot of pick and pops, pick and rolls, floaters, middies, threw a little ball handling in there, you know what I'm saying, just to showcase that I can put on the floor and, still make plays and whatnot, that I wasn't just a 5-man how I played in college.
Yeah.
So we, Vinny, I shouldn't say we, Vinny, did a really great job. And,
shout out my dog, Vinny Vetron.
Thanks.
Tapping with my guy, Mr. Beyond Limits. If you in Long Island,
New York area,
tap in with my guy.
But yeah, like, Vinny didn't. Not a lot of people saw the work that Vinny put in. Vinny stayed up constantly late at night, watching film, just calculating the numbers.
If you know Vinny, he on the computer right now watching the game and statting.
Somewhere watching EuroLeague. Knowing him, he's somewhere watching EuroLeague.
No shirt, no socks.
St. John shorts.
Some St. John shorts with that laptop in his hand, stressing.
Yep. Rubbing his head like he got waves. But Vinny was very instrumental into getting me to where I'm going. I'm forever thankful for him. Like, it's always love between me and Vinny. He know I got him, and I know he got me through whatever. So, I'm very appreciative of him. But, fast forward to the summer, I had like 15 draft workouts. So, and then my last week, I was in 8. No.
When was your first one?
My first one?
When was your first draft workout?
The Golden State Warriors.
So how was that? Like, so run me through that. So when you first find out you getting your first NBA workout,
I'm nervous.
I know your nerves are shot.
I'm nervous as you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really come off as a person that is like nervous, you know what I'm saying? So
even keel for the most part.
Yeah, and I had a million little things running through my mind. I was just like, man, like, it's actually here. Like, I'm about to be in front of like NBA scouts, coaches, personnel, and I'm not trying to mess this moment up because like I've been training and playing all this basketball to get to this moment. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm going in there and I'm a little nervous, and it's just nerve-wracking. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was just the nerves and me just overthinking things, didn't help me out in the beginning. So I didn't trust what I did, basically.
I mean, not to make no excuse, but there was nobody that had gone through what you had gone through. So like to experience it for you, so they can kind of really tell you like, oh, it's gonna go like this, it's gonna go like that. You were the first of your kind in your age group or in the last 10, 20 years or whatever.
Especially for my city or whatever. Like
we too.
Yeah, we got a bunch of football players, and for more than anything, football and baseball. So, nobody really gone through that process, so I really can't ask them like
lean onto somebody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went to a mid-major, and we didn't see the high majors or the other mid majors didn't connect like that for real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not like the high major players do. So, I was going in there cold turkey, just figuring out what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna go about certain things. But like the Golden State one wasn't even that bad. Like we started out with obviously the testing. They gotta do the little 3/4 sprint, the vertical, weight, hand size, wingspan. They do all that, the whole nine.
Right.
And then they go in. They're like, all right, so we're doing finishing. So like one line's on the other side, obviously, and we pass it to the other line, and you do a move, finish, do whatever finish you want,
right,
just to get you loose. And then after that, it was straight competition, like 1-on-1s, 2-on-2, 3-on-3s. There was a transition drill, like you had to meet them at the rim type. Like
they throwing you right in the mix.
I'm
pretty sure that kind of helped you though, because you get so caught up in competing, right?
Yeah. But it was just I thought it was gonna be a whole nother experience. I thought it was gonna be a bunch of like drill work and other.
Right.
But it's more of like competing and seeing how well your endurance is during the drills and whatnot. So I think that's more of the steez of it. It's just seeing how you compete and seeing how well you shoot when tired, when you're not tired, just all that overall, and
just being a professional.
Yeah, and seeing what kind of player you are, seeing how you adapt and how you react to being with other people and just everything. They're analyzing you about everything, especially if you come from a small school. Like you really can't fuck for nothing, like, because it's like a slim chance, especially if you go undrafted like I did. So it's just like you really ain't got no room.
So let me ask you, so after your first one, obviously you excited, but you said you had 14 more after that.
Yeah.
So like, were they like back to back? Did you have like gaps in between?
So I had the Kings next. So after the Golden State one, I literally flew the next morning to Sacramento, but I had the day to chill.
Right.
And then the next day I worked out for the Kings. And then like a couple days later, I got the Grizzlies. So I fly in the
across the country, yeah.
Yeah. So the time changes and all that. That's you gotta learn that's when you really gotta learn to like sleep better, eat better, because you're all over the place, especially like, like I said, being a fringe second round undrafted guy. So that was that whole deal. And then after that, kind of died down a little bit. Got to go home, train some more, and then started getting more calls, and sooner or later, like I had half the league after me, trying to see,
just want to see
the mystery,
intrigued, about what you got going on. Yeah.
So the last week was probably the most stressful week I've ever had. Like I went from where I started out at. I started Milwaukee, but the Milwaukee one was kind of just because they were in the midst of the finals run. So nobody's there right now, you know what I'm saying? Like they too busy getting ready for Phoenix and all this other stuff. So they had certain amount of guys, but like it wasn't like the main hitters.
Right.
So then after that, I fly to Denver. Then I fly to Brooklyn and got a day off. Then and then I work out for Brooklyn. That was a pretty good one. Go to Cleveland. Cleveland was a good one. And the crazy part about that is like I got into Cleveland like 2 a.m. And then 2 a.m. Had to work out at like 10 or 9. And then I had to fly to what was the next city I went to? Phoenix. I went to Phoenix. Then I went to Dallas. And then I finished with Atlanta. I literally told my agent, I said, Cam, don't hit me up about no other workouts, none of that. Like, I'm tired. Like,
you hit that wall.
Bro, like, I was so mentally, like, fatigued and, like, physically drained. Like, I think I finished, like, my last 4 workouts with, like, a sprained ankle or something like that. Like, I was just done. Like, I was beat the up. Like,
in hindsight, is there any way to like prep for it, like prepare yourself mentally? Like, is there anything you feel like you could have done to prepare yourself anymore, or for kids that's about to get ready to go through that process? Like, because it's NCAA tournament times, March Madness, so kids are about to get ready to start going through their process if they haven't already started with.
I say just they got to take care of their bodies better. So like the leg sleeves, the icing. Like when you go to these facilities, like actually like use their facilities to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I didn't do that well enough. You know what I'm saying?
You used the shooting gun.
Oh yeah,
I was about to say
I use that, but like the cold tubs, none of that. I didn't use none of it until I got in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like until I actually like got around like veterans and like the real deal NBA players right at the time. So I was just thugging it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in that like trenches mindset.
Right.
But really I gotta remember like my body's my investment. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta invest in it and I gotta take care of it, put the right stuff in it, eat right, sleep right, all that. So, I think that's just the thing I learned the most about it is taking care of your body and just, investing more into it.
Okay, so last question, talking about the draft workouts. What was your favorite workout?
My favorite workout?
Yeah. Or where you feel like you did your best?
The one I feel like I did my best was probably, and it's crazy, like, I feel like Indiana was my best one, or Indiana, or definitely I just had in my New Orleans.
So what about those 2 workouts made you feel like, what about those 2 stood out the most?
I was just
in that mode.
Yeah, I was in that mode, like can't be with at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like right. I was really doing well, and I just felt like I could see myself helping those teams at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm going through that process, I was looking at like what picks they had.
Oh, you're doing your research.
Yeah, what picks they had, who's at what position, like what I can do, or blah blah blah, this, that, and the third. So, like, regardless of how the situation was at my position or whatever the reasoning was with the picks and whatnot, like I still went in there and tried my best.
Right. But you kind of knew going into some of these records, like, okay, this is a a realistic opportunity where I can
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
bring something, or
they might really want to mess with me. So I'm just like, all right. You know, my radar went off a little bit more, but you know, I still had to perform because a lot of these teams, they hear and see the stats, but they don't. You know,
there's a lot of those teams first time actually seeing you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like they
first time you competing against some of the other guys they potentially
think are better than me, or you know, they
whatever.
Yeah, they see more potential in it. So I'm just like, at that point, I'm like, I got to go at everybody. Like, I'm literally telling my agent, I'm like, yo, like, oh, he's in my group. Like, I got to make sure he's not on my team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to go with him. So it was always that. Like, I'm always trying to figure out like why they say you're better than me type shit. So
that's the competitor in you.
Yeah. So
the
I ain't gonna talk no shit about it, but like,
but you know what I'm
saying, like the way I'm gonna come at the game and come at you, like.
Yeah, we ain't doing all this work to blend in.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, if your mindset ain't to be number one, then you don't need to be playing in no competitions. You're gonna get hurt, or you in the way.
Yeah, you definitely in the
way. So the draft goes. Obviously, we go undrafted. Where are your emotions and thoughts at through the draft?
They're actually fine. Like, because once again, like I said, my agent prepared me for it. He had been preparing me. He's like, AOT, like, you could get drafted in the second round, but like undrafted might be happening for you. So just don't be shocked when that happens. Okay, like we're gonna get you in the best spot, and you're gonna make the NBA. Just kept telling me that.
So what were some of the teams that you know that you had some opportunities that might potentially be heading to when you was coming out the draft?
Oh, after the draft?
Right.
So it was 12. The draft had just ended about 12. And I'm in West Virginia at the time. And I'm talking to my agent, and they're like Indiana, New Orleans, Miami, and who was the other one? I want to say it's Brooklyn at the time. It was 4 teams that really wanted me to give me an Exhibit 10, which is.
How about to explain it to those?
Exhibit 10 is you get $50,000 to go through training camp and participate in the preseason games and all the other festivities with the NBA team. So they was giving those contracts out at the time, and Indiana just made the most sense. They was explaining to me like the list of players like Alize Johnson, Mitru Long, trying to think who else was there, even Cassius Stanley, and just all their young guys. Like they developed them really well, and you know they all got a chance to, you know,
get to the next level.
To the next level, like play for the Pacers or just anybody, or get a two-way somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, T, I think this is the best spot for you. So I was like, hey, like y'all haven't steered me wrong yet. Like y'all been honest. Like I trust y'all on this one. Like tell Indy we're going there. We're gonna go there for summer league, and you know we're gonna get out the mud basically.
Nothing new to what we used to doing.
Man, nothing new.
So you end up ultimately choosing Indiana. So we go through summer league and all that. So talk about that, adjusting to I finally been in a team set.
So summer league was new, obviously, because now I'm with a bunch of pros. You know, people trying to feed their families and whatnot, and trying to make it to the NBA. So, and you know, I did well, honestly. In practice, I did well and whatnot. And like, I'm a fast learner. Like, you don't have to tell me 3, 4, 5 times to do something. Like, I'm gonna pick it up either on the first or second drive.
Before we keep going, how important is that at this level? Like just being able to take in information and apply it quickly.
It's so important. Like you really especially being in the position I am. Like you gotta pay attention to everything. You gotta ask questions. You gotta just you just gotta listen intently, because they'll call on you randomly, or they'll be like, yo, Terry, go get such and such and run this play. or run, what did I just say, or what happened right here, or they'll ask you all kinds of questions, and you gotta be able to know what happened and be able to just answer and show that you're listening and that you're paying attention. Like if that don't happen, then they're gonna write that down. It's gonna be a mental note. They're gonna be like, he's not paying attention, he's not locked in, and
that's hard to fight off.
Yeah, it's hard.
Once it's on you, once that's on your title,
because then they're gonna just start picking at you about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just a quick way to get yourself out of the league is to not listen, not doing the right things, and just being a headache because you're not doing those two things. You know what I'm saying? So
back to Summer League, you said like you was doing well in practice. You said you feel like you performed well. How hard was it? Was that your first time in Vegas?
Yeah, first time in Vegas.
So how hard was that to because it's a lot of distractions, it's a lot of NBA players there, it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
For a country kid, first time in Vegas, the NBA, your first time for everything.
So it wasn't too bad because like I don't necessarily go out as much. You know what I'm saying? So like that part wasn't hard, but like like being who I am, like closed off and very introverted and whatnot. Like I knew at some point like I'd have to like open up and just just let people see who I am and just be able to like interact with my teammates and whatnot, and not just be stale and just shy and whatnot. So that was probably the toughest part because like I don't know if I'm gonna be here with these guys and whatnot.
You
so
don't
it's
want
like,
to be
going
out your way just building these close bonds and then the next day you traded or released or whatever. So
or something like that. So like I wanted to at least know I was gonna be somewhere for a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Before I just
throw yourself out there.
Yeah, I'm just throwing myself out there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's just what it is with me. Like I gotta be able to trust people and whatnot, and be able to trust that I can trust whatever I say around you or do around you and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Because the training camp for Summer League is like what, like 2 weeks?
I think it's like a week.
So you don't even really got a chance to really. That's like AAU or something all over again. Like
no, it really is though.
Like them little camps.
It's not AAU because like there's 2 days.
Yeah, but I'm saying like everybody grown, so everybody grown.
Yeah, everybody grown. They doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? So like it ain't like college. Like you going back to a dorm with everybody 3 other roommates. Yeah, like y'all all in the same little spot. Like, yo, what you about to do? You know what I'm saying? Or y'all trying to go eat or something? Or you could do it, but at the end of the day, like they got their own trying to do. Right. So
we get through. So we Summer League, we perform well, we practice well. How sure were you out of summer league that like you was gonna be able to ultimately have a spot?
I wasn't too sure. Like I honestly I was like in a gray area. Like I didn't know what was in store for me. Like training camp wise, none of that. Like I didn't know what I was gonna do, where I was gonna be. Like I just didn't know none of that. So I get there September 6th, and I gotta take all these tests again. They gotta draw blood and piss tests. Gotta do like a heart exam, or they call it a cardiology.
Right.
Yeah, so like I gotta do all that.
Basically a big old physical.
And so that happens, and now we're getting into like playing pickup. Just playing pickup. You'll work out. Let's say we'll work out like Monday, Tuesday, and then play pickup Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday it's like optional. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Mainly for the vets. But
pretty much.
Yeah, mainly for the vets. So that's how that was going, and then like I want to say like around the 25th of September, 26th. So training camp really only 2 weeks in the NBA. Well, it's like 3, but like when you start playing preseason games, it's not all that. Like it's all the competing and shit start dying down depending on the type of team you have. Like in the beginning, we had a veteran team. You know what I'm saying? Like Malcolm Brogdon, Demonis Sabonis, Miles Turner, Karis LeVert. Like, we had a bunch of like established vets on our team, so it was just like we didn't need to do all that practicing and running through. Like, they know what they're doing.
Right.
They know what they're doing. Like, you know what you're gonna get from every single one of those guys.
Every night, yeah.
But yeah, that was just that. I think that's what helped me the most in my career, being able to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to sit there and get my ass busted by Malcolm on a ball screen because I done switched off, or, you know, Miles blocking my shot off the backboard in the scrimmages and whatnot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think all that just helped me just figure out like how to play the game better.
You find your niche.
Yeah, find my shots more. You know what I'm saying? I can't force it. So I think that really helped me, and it taught me I had to like talk more. You know what I'm saying? Like, my first year, I didn't really talk. I talked in the games, but it wasn't as clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to be better. But
do you feel that was because like a confidence thing? Like, would you want to make sure you saying the right things? And
nah, it's not even a confidence thing. It's just I don't know why, but I be having this like preconceived notion that like everybody's on the same page with me.
Right.
Regardless if I don't say a word, I'm thinking we're all
right. We all been practicing together. We all
like
the same coach.
Like, we know what's going on. Like, as soon as I say, like, as soon as you hear my voice, like, you know we're switching, or you know to get in the certain pick and roll coverage with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just already thinking that. So like, there was times during the year like I'd say so, I'd be like, and then
like not saying anything almost.
Yeah, not saying anything's words. Yeah, like I gotta say something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a bunch of ups and downs.
Right, just being able
to
have that opportunity to grow.
Yeah, but I just need to stop not saying. I needed to stop not saying anything and just say something.
Right.
Just blurt out any color
that's
possible.
It's easier to fix.
Yeah, it's easier to fix. Like, you're talking, just you gotta say the right thing now. You know what I'm saying?
And for players to understand, like, at all levels, from junior pro all the way up to the pros, like, communication is
big.
Mandatory.
It's big.
It's a mandatory.
Especially like because everybody wants to win a championship. Like, all them championship teams, they're talking, they're communicating in the huddle, out of the huddle, in the locker room. Any chance they get, they're communicating, and they're all on the same page. They're all clicking. Bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, like I gotta get better at it. As I've grown with the game and
it's easier starting
it's starting to get easier, and I'm starting to pick up a lot more mentally with it.
So we move on. So we start our rookie year. So you end up ultimately being selected. You're in the G League. You were two-way, correct?
No, I was on the standard G League contract. So getting out the mud.
Let's talk about that. So we get the standard G League opportunity, which is great.
Yeah.
You know, especially like I said, coming from Austin Peay and just battling through adversity to be selected to even be at that level. So how did we adjust? How did you adjust to that?
It was fine actually. Like, my agent, you know, was just like, you're gonna make the NBA, like, even if it's not with the Pacers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was just telling me, like, you're good, like, you're very talented, like.
No, that's a big deal. Having somebody right there, that's literally in the alley with you, that's right there. Like.
Yeah, so he was just telling me, like, you're a special player. Like, there's teams out there that want a player like you and need a player like you. So it was more of just staying true to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll have practice. After practice, I'm obviously getting my shots up. I'll go shower, take a nap, come back, I'll work out again.
Right.
And I'll just keep repeating that cycle. And then I play my first game against Windy City, which is ironic. It's so ironic that my first pro game was against Windy City. And I had, what was it, 27, 15, and 5, I think.
The Terry Stanline.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that, and my teammates, I think that's when they realized like I could really rebound at like a high level. Like they seen glimpses of it, but like they didn't know how to translate to a game setting.
Right.
And after a while, they was just like, yo, we can just pencil you in 18 and 10 every night. Like, that's easy. Everything else after that is gravy, you know what I'm saying?
So after that first game, you kind of knew, like, okay, I can really have a real imprint at this level, at the G League level. So after that, was it like,
oh, yeah, we're
rolling after that?
Yeah, we're rolling. Like, it's GG's, you know what I'm saying? Like, like at that point, like, I'm honestly feeling like this whole league shit might come earlier.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Confidence rolling.
Yeah.
So with the confidence of you, like I said, you put up the numbers and obviously y'all successful. Does your communication start to raise? Or like
starts to raise. You know what I'm saying? Because we start playing more games with each other. So it's like we know what each other likes. We know what each other don't like. We know where each other.
Just picking up all the tendencies.
Yeah, we just picking up all the little things that most people don't see from like watching on a TV screen or just in a game. Like even in the huddles, like we're talking. Like there's some arguments, but like
that's the game.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, like we're communicating them and letting it known, and then after that, it's like just let it be. Yeah. Keep it moving.
And I think that's just part of just being a professional. Like at that level, like you know, I mean, obviously everybody here, this is their livelihood. Everybody want to pay their bills and be successful. So I know at this level it's a lot easier to deal with that. I know everybody's talking about in such a big uproar with the Xavier, them having a little back and forth, but they just nothing. They want to win. Just a little, miscommunication.
That happens all the time. Like
more than people really know.
Man, the locker rooms and everything, like practice, like bro, people just because them cameras on don't mean
not like. I know, especially for somebody like you were, players at this level, like y'all so used to cameras, like it's natural, like it don't even.
Yeah, like we just care about winning. Like we not worried about nothing else that's going on the outside. Whatever's happening right there in that moment, that's all we care about. We'll worry about the other stuff later.
So boom, like I said, you at the beginning of the season, your first game, you come out the door kicking ass, pretty much. So, like you say, your agents and all them, Cam and all those guys are telling you like, hey, this might be, we might be speeding along our process. Mm-hmm. Are you thinking about that as you're playing, while you're playing, going through the season, or is it more like hey, just one game at a time, just getting so caught up in just the next game? And
I could say.
I
could say that I wasn't thinking about it, and it's just one. Like that's the professional way, but really, obviously, I'm thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just I'm close to my dream. Like I'm still chasing my dream. You know what I'm saying? Like even still now, like I'm in the position, but I'm still chasing my dream. But back to that, like I'm thinking about it, but I'm telling myself just one game at a time. Just one game at a time. I can't keep looking forward to the future if I'm living in the right now, because then that's just gonna mess up the right now. Like if I'm thinking about like, oh, like I got till this, and this to get this to make this happen, then I'm gonna forget about the right now, and it's gonna mess up all that. I'm gonna think about every shot. I'm gonna think about every missed defensive assignment. I'm gonna think about everything, and then it's just gonna trickle down, and it's just gonna. Eventually, I'm not going to continuously have the good games.
Then it's going you're going to start trending in the wrong direction. End up crashing because you get so caught up about forward thinking.
Yeah, so.
Well, the beauty of you though is like you said, when you said you had what did you say the numbers was 20? What did you say 27, 15
and 5.
And instead of highlighting the points, the first thing you spoke about was your rebounding. Imprint on the game. And it's like if you being selfish is going to get every rebound, that doesn't do anything but put the team in a better opportunity to win. Like a rebound is another secure possession.
Yeah, so I'm big on that. Like I really don't be caring about my points. Like I scored plenty of points, like all that. But at the end of the day, like if I didn't help control the glass, like I feel like my offensive rebound and my defensive rebounding really like impacts the game so much, just because I held them to one possession. I got us extra possessions. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I didn't get the rebound and I got a hand on it, someone else goes gets it.
Right.
Like, that still impacted the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's so huge and it's so slept on. And I just feel like that's where I help impact the team more than anything, just because I'm so active on the glass in general, especially the offensive glass. Like, my motor never stops with it, and I'm always just trying to get extra possessions for my team. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it sounds crazy and it sounds kind of selfish because I'm thinking, but at the same time, it's not. Like, I tell my teammates all the time, like, I don't care what shot you shoot, as long as we're all across half court and we didn't at least
got a chance.
Yeah, we didn't at least swung the ball at least once or twice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
As long as we done swung it and it's a good shot, like, I don't care, shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? And they're telling me the same thing. But like, I'm really like, shoot the ball, like, because I'm most likely gonna find a way to get my hand on it.
Every shot attempt is another opportunity to get a rebound,
or get y'all another shot just in case you missed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all about that. I'm all about doing the extra that nobody else is trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with being the best player on the team, like, I still want to do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still want to be in the trenches with the big guys. Like, that's just what it is. Like, I don't want to be on the perimeter all the time, just shooting threes and shit.
So moving on. So we find our niche. We realize, yeah, we can score, but you feel like you understand at an early point of your career that rebounding is what's going to get you paid.
Rebounding and defense.
Defense. So we continue to keep rolling through. We're having a year. So let's talk about that first NBA caller.
So we were in Grand Rapids, Michigan, when we were about to play, obviously, Grand Rapids, Denver Nuggets G League team.
Right.
And I'm in the Jimmy John's with our strength coach, Eric.
Shout out, Eric.
And we literally are eating, just talking, you know what I'm saying, talking basketball, talking life. And I was like, hold on, I got a phone call. My agent's like, yo, T, like, where you at right now? I'm like, I'm in Jimmy John's eating right now. He said, well, the Pacers are about to put you on the two-way. I just want to say congratulations. Like, you're officially like an NBA player, and I'm about to send you the link to the DocuSign or whatever, so you can sign your documents and make it official.
Right.
So at that time, I'm just like, and I told Eric. Eric was like literally the first one.
He's right there. Yeah.
He happened to be right there. Like, he's literally the first person that, like, I feel. He's literally the first person I, like, officially told. You know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of had a feeling previously, but, like, now that was officially about to be out, like, yeah, I told him, and called my family. Grandma's so happy.
I about to say, your grandpa, yeah.
Grandma's so happy.
Don't miss a game.
Yeah. Whether I play or not, they don't miss a game.
There, yeah.
I love it. My little brother is the funny one.
That's my dog.
He's
so wild. We almost got to put him on the podcast one of these days.
That is the biggest hater I've ever met in my life. Like,
that's my dog.
That's my dog, but
that's
like, he really be like hating sometimes. I'd be like, dog, like, what's up with you?
So
like,
what you say? What do he say to you when you tell him?
He was like, oh, you still can't dribble? You still can't shoot? I lock it up. I'm like, yo, fam, like.
That's his congratulations, lady, bro. I knew you could do it.
Yeah, he over there like, I knew you could do it. I'm just like, I would like my congrats first before you just start talking your
talking your
You know what I'm saying? And then we get to arguing. I'm like, all right, when I come home, meet me in the driveway. Like, you want to meet me in the driveway?
Yeah.
Meet me in the driveway.
So, but when you find out, do you don't even get to play in the game, huh?
Oh, no. I played in the game. See,
and then,
that was the thing. There was a lot of going back and forth about playing and whatnot. And I told everybody, I was like, I'm playing regardless. Like, regardless if I get this two-way or not, like, I'm playing. Like, I'm not going to sit out of a game or nothing just because of some type of...
Right, some business stuff. I love playing basketball.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to hoop. Like, if I get hurt, like, then that was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't knock God's plan for me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm healthy, like I'm good to go. Like there's no reason I should just be sitting out. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
an NBA fan's dream. What? We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna get some opinions. Ask you some opinions on some things. But
all right, bet.
so you end up playing, right? So so what goes on from there after you play? What's the transition like?
So I'm actually with the G League team for like 2 more weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the Showcase Cup, produce there, hooping, and then I come back up with the NBA team, and I dress a few games. I don't play obviously, and then I finally check in my first NBA game, and Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden all on the court at the same time when I check in. It's a minute left though.
Right.
But like guarding James Harden, and it's just like in the back of my mind, I'm really sitting there like, yo, I really watched this motherfucker win an MVP in Houston, talking about this motherfucker best scorer in the league type shit, and I'm right here in front of him checking him. You know what I'm saying?
You're on the phone with 3 Hall of Famers.
You know what I'm saying? Like, kid from Bowling Green, Kentucky, out here, and not even half, I would probably say 90% of people don't even know where that's at. If I say Bowling Green, they gonna think Ohio.
So
they're not gonna think Kentucky.
So did the game, like, so you check in? Did the game, like you said it was a minute left?
Mm-hmm.
Do you even it went by like this? Huh?
It went by so fast.
Literally, I mean it's a minute, but it's still like, right, your nerves all over the place.
And then a couple weeks later, scored my first points against Charlotte. Mm-hmm. That was a good feeling. And what made it even better, like my dog Dwayne Washington, he's with the Westchester. He's with New York now, but he's on the 2-way with the Knicks, and he gave me the assist to get my first bucket. And I just thought that was tough, just because we came in summer league together, we was in training camp together,
right.
Like we was even in the G League together. Like when he was on the 2-way, the OKC and Clippers game. So OKC, he threw me in for 7 minutes. We're down, and I come in and I changed the game. You know what I'm saying? I played 7 minutes and I had like 5 points and like 3 rebounds, or like.
You was a spark for real.
Yeah. So like, and we came back and won. And I think that was Carlisle's like impressed, like his test to me to see like, okay, he hasn't been playing. Like, let's throw him out there and see if he can give us a spark. I gave us a spark. We came back and won. The Clippers game was the defining game for me, really. So, came in, I played. I had like 15 and 8, and that's when I stayed up with the club the rest of the year. I didn't play another G League game the rest of that year.
How did that feel, though, dog? Like, just
like it felt good, honestly, because I worked so hard and I wanted to just be able with the NBA club anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like I had done numbers already in the G League, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted the challenge of trying to do the numbers at the NBA level consistently. So, or just playing consistently at that point. And after that Clippers game, player development coach, he was the G League coach. He was the assistant coach, Mo Baker, with the Mad-Ants, and then now he's player development. But he was like, "Yep, won't be seeing you no more." Literally told me that. I was like, "What you mean?" He was like, "You just had 15 and 8 against the Clippers." He said, "We won't see you no more." Like, if y'all make the playoffs, like I'll probably play. And he was like, "Nah, you won't." So. I'd be damned. I didn't play another G League game the rest of the year. But, like, the rest of the year was just, like you said, ups and downs, learning.
Right.
Young team, going through a bunch of injuries. But, yeah, that was a great year.
All in all, just
it was a great year.
Being able to just go through that whole journey, it allows you to have a different kind of appreciation.
Yep.
You obviously, how hard it is to get here and stuff like that, but just taking that path, make you just value it a little bit more.
Of course.
So after that year, we go into the summer. You grinding it out. So on the business side, did you know what your future looks like?
For the most part, yeah. Like, so a week before the season ended, I signed my standard NBA contract.
How did that feel? To be like, you know what I'm saying?
That was actually
officially,
that was actually fire.
that
like,
was crazy. I remember that day.
That was so crazy, like, because my agent had been talking to me about it, and I was just like, and I was telling him, and I tell him all the time because he gets so worked up, and I'm just like, yo, don't worry about it. Don't put your trust in man. Put your trust in God. I tell him that all the time. Like, you just need to relax. Like, I understand, like, you're trying to do what's best for me, and you're trying to get the best possible deal and all this other but it's just like, relax.
Right.
Like, everything will work out how it's supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for keeping me in the loop. Thank you for what you do. But relax.
Relax. Like.
Yeah. But, yeah, I was just so happy to have that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how different was it, though? Like, so when you came up last year, during your rookie year, you know, you finishing the season with them, does it feel like is there more pressure on you, or did you feel the pressure to, you know, bring more to the table? Or they, you know what I'm saying, was it, were they treating you different? Was it anything different from being, you know, as a two-way? Or
are we in the second year now?
Yes. Just
So,
comparing coming up.
It's not really. It feels like the same the way they're treating me. Just from the standpoint of like what they want from me and what I need to work on and whatnot. So, you know, go through summer, grind, play very well in summer league.
Mm-hmm.
Then we come back. I come back a month earlier to just work out with the coaches and the strength and conditioning coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get a head start on things.
I just want to get integrated a little.
Yeah,
bit,
like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, got a standard contract. Now, my whole mind is cracking the rotation. Like, that's all I'm trying to do at this point. And so, like, yeah, I'm just sitting there doing, play well in the scrimmages. I play well during preseason and even training camp. And the first game,
Opening day,
we're playing the Wizards. I'm excited because I know I'm in the rotation right now, and this is second year.
Right.
Second year. This is second year, and it's like 45 left on the clock, or 50. It's one of them.
Before, like, pregame?
Yeah, before we have our meeting and all the other stuff, and LP comes up to me, Lloyd Pierce, assistant coach, and he's like, yeah, you're starting tonight. Miles is out. I just was like, okay. Like, kept a straight face. Kept a straight face. I'm like, okay. But in my mind, I'm like,
losing it.
I'm like, what the like,
losing it.
I went from literally, like, I know I'm going to get in around the 4 to 3 minute mark in the first quarter to now I'm starting opening night in the NBA.
I know that was a surreal feeling.
I remember this so vividly just because, like, this time last year, I was on a bus or a charter to Detroit to scrimmage Motor City for the G League. I was on a bus, and then now I'm starting an NBA game my second year.
That's crazy.
It's
a lot of people that never play a game. Then it's a lot of people who get to league and may never score or, you know, may never start. But then it's even a small amount that start on opening night. So that was a big deal. Like, I ain't gonna lie, we was going crazy at the crib, dog.
Like, I was honestly shocked. I was like shell shocked by that, just because, like, I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
You know
like I said, we knew you was gonna be in the mix, but I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think it was gonna, like, I don't think nobody thought it was just gonna jump off like that, pop off like that for opening night, though. But like I said, I think that was just a testament to your due diligence of just grinding, your agent doing what they got to do on that end, and just you know, the stars just aligning. I mean, I hate it for that someone was injured, but like I said, it's the league.
Yeah, especially
anywhere high level, always next man up.
Especially because Miles worked so hard.
Great dude.
He worked so hard to get back, and, you know, he's finally being the 5, and for that to just happen, like, in his pregame workout it was devastating. Like, I hated to hear it, and you could just see the look on his face, like
Right,
he
because
was.
he happy for you. He know what this start mean for you and all that. But it's like
But it wasn't even
everybody
that.
want to play, man. Like
Yeah, and like he finally gets to play with a great point guard like Tyrese, and just finally get that
all
chance.
star point guard.
A problem.
Right.
But yeah, but anyways, that happens. A lot of learning from it. We lose, then we play San Antonio. Comes down to the wire. We lose that one. Then we play Detroit and Philly, and we beat Detroit. We lose to Philly, and then there's a shakeup with the whole lineup, and I get a bunch of DNPs from this point forward, like a lot of them.
How does that affect you mentally and emotionally and stuff? Like
At first, I can't even lie. Like, I was really just sitting there like, what did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
like I feel like I was giving up on too soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had like a 4-game sample of like really just, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like that at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really like pissed off about it. And then we started hit the ground running. Like, teammates started playing well. Like, even the guys in my position started playing well. And I started finding a new way to help the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was my whole thing about that is we, like, bummed out not playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, like, I got to give my energy to Sticks, and I got to give my energy to O'Shea. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guys that are, and even
position.
Aaron Neesmith. I gotta give those guys my energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like they'll need it because they're playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're gonna be the ones in the rotation and whatnot. So like when shit starts going down, like I'm gonna be there in their ear, like, yo, like you good, like don't even worry about it, like keep being you. The shots are gonna fall. Keep shooting that.
What bothers me is that, like, at the highest level, you guys understand, everyone on the team understands, like, what a professional is and how important, like, everybody on the roster is. Because it's a respect level, like, yeah, the starting guys who play, but, like, everybody is an important piece to win. Everybody has to be on the same page.
Yeah.
At the lower levels, college and high school, middle school, like, the entitlement. It's like you could have felt sorry for yourself and whined and cried, but ultimately, like I said, you bummed you're not playing, but it's like, look, I'm on this team, like I want to win, like I don't. So, high school guys, young players, anything, all players need to understand the importance of just being a good teammate. That'll get you so far in life.
Yeah. So, and I embraced it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like I got the scrub minutes or whatever.
Right.
And, this is the first time I'm ever really dealing with this in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I think I've handled it so well in my career early on. But like, it was just I knew that's what I needed to do, because in my times in high school and college, you know what I'm saying, even AAU, like I've had teammates that just like complain about like why coach isn't playing me or this, that, and the third.
To hear that, man.
And I'm just like, dog, like, we're winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I used to always say, like, yo, like, that's selfish, or like, man, if I was in your shoes, like, I wouldn't be that way or something like that.
You know what's crazy, not to cut you off? This was the same moment when you was talking about, what's my dog? High school, you were telling me
Jarius.
The Jarius kid, like, so now you're literally in Jarius' situation, and it's like the same lesson that you was preaching. Now you had to turn around and be in that situation and be professional and you know.
Yeah, but
that's crazy.
Everything comes full circle. But like I was saying, like them guys needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like there was times O'Shea, had his head down about certain things. I'm like, yo, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they're doing. Like, go get you a couple offensive rebounds, a couple putbacks, go get fouled, see the ball go in, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like, I'll watch certain games and I'll like watch certain things and I'll tell the coaches like what I see and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Just from like
from a player's point of view, like
right. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like what I'm seeing on the court and what I'm seeing from what I've seen on film and whatnot. And like our offensive offensive coach or whatever.
Like
Mike Weiner. He'd always come up to him and be like, what do you see out there? Like, what do you think we should do or something like that? And I'm just, and like I would tell him like what I think and what I see, you know what I'm saying? So
that's always dope when coaches will come and ask, like it make you want to be more in tune, like make sure you locked in because they're gonna ask, they care about your.
That goes back to what I said, what's called, like they know like I listen and I watch things and
they ain't care about what you got to say, like,
and they know they ain't gotta tell me to do things like more than once. So it's like I know he's watching, I know he's paying attention, like I'm gonna go ask him type shit. So yeah, that was my whole thing. And I had a couple games this year like where coach would just randomly throw me in for a spark. So like Orlando, I came in, they went small ball, so he was like all right, throw TT in there. And so like I went in there, got a and one off offensive rebound, played good defense, you know what I'm saying, and helped spark a comeback against the Magic. And then there was another time against the ChicagoBulls.
I about to say that's the game we came up
and we did the first one. We did the first part.
To see the game and you did your thing, dog. Like you did your thing.
What's crazy is like I had told you like I didn't think I was getting in that game.
I was like, bro, you playing today? I heard a word from a little bird. You playing today, dog. And
like that's the crazy part. Like I went through my whole normal workout and whatnot, and I think the reason I play so well is just because like I stayed with who I am. Like just no matter how my situation went, I wasn't playing, you know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't much practicing going on just because like you gotta keep guys healthy,
right? And
we're constantly on the road or this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? So like there wasn't a lot of practice time for me going on, so like there was a lot of coming back late at nights, playing 1-on-1, playing 5-on-5 with like
Vinny up there during that time, right?
That was
rookie year.
Second year I'm out here by myself. So I'm chasing my own rebounds, running around, like, and I think that's what helped me so much, just because
staying ready.
Yeah, I stayed ready. Like literally, stopped eating candy a lot. If anybody knows me, I love candy.
And the thing is, it ain't nobody here babysitting you. Like these are decisions you making on your own, just as a pro, just as a mature individual, like knowing what you want and what it's gonna take for you to get there. So
that's what I'm saying. So
instead of sulking and crying and whining,
that's just the one thing I give my grandparents credit for. Like they. I mean, now they complain because that's just what old do now. But I love them to death, but that's just what they do now. When I was growing up, like they rarely complained about things, at least to me. You know what I'm saying? Like they constantly was getting up and working or taking me somewhere, and like they had ailments and whatnot, and they had other things going on, but they didn't complain.
Never let it get to you never heard about it, right?
And I never saw it get to them. You know what I'm saying? Like if I knew about it, like they'd still be smiling, asking how my day went and like that. So I just took it as, you know what, if they could do it, I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's raining right now, but I always tell people like it can't rain forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may be raining right now, but it'll get sunny again. And I just think that's the beauty of what I'm going through with this whole basketball. The ups and downs, the good and the bad, the wins and the losses.
How you handle those wins and losses kind of mold you into how what your career is gonna look like.
Yeah. So I think just by me, the way I handled my whole situation with the Pacers and not playing and whatnot, and cheering on my guys and whatnot. And I think that's gonna help me in the long run, just because personally, like, I wanted to see my teammates eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never gonna be that guy that hates just because.
You a winner. You just don't want to lose. Period. Anyway.
Yeah, like
if I'm not gonna play, we could at least be winning. Like,
yeah, like if you gonna be playing, like, I'm gonna try to help you out and tell you what I'm seeing, or like give you the confidence or the energy that I got going on right now.
Because when it's your opportunity, you want him to do the same.
Yeah,
thing.
I want the same in return. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just feel like that's naturally how a good team and like championship teams are. Like, you argue like family, and then you come together like family, but at the same time, like, you just give off that positive energy that you need. And I was just trying to be that positive energy. Like, even when things were going down bad at certain points, like, I was still trying to be positive.
Be that consistent voice of
still
positivity.
Celebrate my team's dunks, threes, everything. Like, I want us to win, dog. Like, because at the end of the day, like, if we winning, everybody's situation better if we winning. Yeah, if you losing, like, nobody won't be associated with losers. Like, that's just what it is.
So we continue on through that our sophomore season, our current season that we in, and we get released right before All-Star break. So let's talk about that.
That was
your first ever trade, or all that stuff going on.
That was a shocker. Like, and the crazy part is, and I make jokes about it just because it's so funny. I'd be like, man, I got fired on my day off.
Shut up.
I got fired on my day off.
Bro.
What are you saying?
Only Terry, bro.
How you get fired on your day off? Like, that's really what happened. Like, I'm in the gym, just got done working out, and I'm playing music. If anybody know me in the gym,
gotta have music.
90s R&B, 2000s R&B, like, you know what's going on. It's a vibe in there. And my phone keeps ringing. I'm like, bro, who the fuck's calling me? So I'm just like, I want to run over there and get it, but I'm like, I gotta finish my workout. They call again. So I'm like,
this must be important.
No, I'm just sitting there like, who's calling me? In my mind, I'm just like, I can't put two and two together on who's calling me. I think it's my grandparents at the time. I'm like, it's got to be something, because they usually only call once, you know what I'm saying, and just leave a voicemail. So I finish my workout. As soon as I'm done, like, I go and I call my agent. It's my agent.
Right.
Call him back. He said, hey, T, like, just want to let you know, excuse me, damn. Just want to let you know the Pacers are about to waive you. My heart instantly went into my ass. Like, it sunk so far. I was like, just stuck for me. I was like, okay. Like, that's all I could say.
Right.
I couldn't really express, like, how I felt for real. Like,
right. You was like a numb feeling.
Yeah, that's exactly. It was numb. Like, I was just like, I'm getting waived. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm keeping a smile on my face, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm trying so hard not to, like, really be upset about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I told everybody in the gym, and everybody's just like, you're lying. I'm like, I'm dead ass. I just got the call. And they're like, not you. Like, I didn't think that happened to you. So I dap everybody. Dap JP, my player development coach Cal, and the the interns that are working with us, and walk over to the other court because Tyrese is over there. He's like slowly making his way back from the elbow injury.
Right.
Or he's already made his way back. Did he? Yeah, he already made his way back. And then he like stopped his workout and was like, nah, TT, you lying. I'm just like, dead ass. Like, I appreciate you for everything. You know what I'm saying? So O'Shea's on the other end. O'Shea can't believe it. And then, you know, I tell all the strength guys I appreciate y'all. And then the massage therapist is coming through, and he's like, what's up, TT? And he's all cheery, Australian guy.
He got no idea what's going on.
Got no idea, and I was like, and he was like, you hear about Goga? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm in the same boat. And he was just like, are you serious? You f***ing serious right now? Like, and he's like distraught about it too. And so I'm going to the locker room, you know, take off my shirt, blah, blah, blah. And I tell my man's Isaiah, like, Isaiah's my dog. Like,
Right.
that's probably the closest teammate I gotten with in the past year and a half of the Pacers. Like, that's really my dog. And I told him, and he was like, for real, gang? I'm f***ed up about that one right now. Like, nah, my on right now, all this and the third. And I'm just like, yeah, I know I'm sick. I'm sick right now, but I'm telling them it's part of the business, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm packing all my shoes up. I done grabbed
everything. Yeah.
I done grabbed every shoe I got. I done stuffed in the bag. I'm out, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just go sit on my couch for a minute. And just sat there and just was like, wow, I'm actually getting cut right now. You know what I'm saying?
First time in your life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this first time ever. Like, I ain't never got cut from nothing. Like, from elementary to
the
now.
league.
Yeah, like, I ain't got cut from nothing. And this was the first time I ever got cut. So my whole mindset was, I'm going home and I'm going to just work out.
Right.
So my agent, Cam, stop calling my agent, Cam.
Right.
He literally is just like, T, don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. We're going to find you a new spot. I promise. Just keep your head up. My first question to him was, can I go home?
Well, you're like,
can I go home? Like, and he's like, yeah, T, like, of course you can go home. I'm like, that's all I want to know. I want to go home. I want to see my grandma.
Right.
I want to see my little brother. Like, that's what I want to do.
Be around some love, B.
Yeah, like,
be around some love, B.
I just want to be around my family at this time right now. So I go and I'm around them, and it makes everything better. You know what I'm saying? Like, just seeing my grandma. My grandma's always happy when I come home and stay at the house and whatnot. So I do that, and we're getting some buzz, but we gotta wait on the buyout market, All-Star weekend. So I sit at home for about 10 or 11 days, and you know what I'm saying? Like, literally getting a haircut. Like, I had first episode, y'all know I had an afro.
He dropped the top on them people, man.
You feel me? And I'm literally in the barber chair, and they're like, yeah, like, we think Chicago's the move. Chicago's wanting you to come out here, and you know they might give you the opportunity to, like, really get on the floor and whatnot. And you'll have to go in the G League and play games and whatnot, and we're firmly okay with that, you know what I'm saying? But, like, we just need to get you somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Not be at
get
home.
you situated. Yeah, you can't be at home. That ain't an option.
Yeah, so that happened. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I've trusted y'all before. Like, we're gonna roll with this again. You know what I'm saying? So we're rolling with it, and I get my haircut. As soon as I get my haircut, I lied to you not. As soon as I get my haircut and I pay for it, I walk outside, I get a call. They're like, hey, this is such and such with the Bulls. We need you here by 9 o'clock tomorrow. I'm sitting there like,
what?
Look at my phone. It's like 3 o'clock.
I remember when you hit us, you was like, I got to pack myself. I'm finna go. I'm about to go to Chicago. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, I got to be there by tomorrow. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's crazy. Like,
fam, so literally go home. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to leave. They're like, what do you mean you about to leave? I'm like, I got to go to Chicago. They're like, right now? I'm like, yeah, right now. Heading to Chicago. So pack my stuff. I drive to Indy first. Sit there for about 2.5 hours.
I remember.
You know,
I'll talk to you on the phone. I'm like, hey, call me and let me know you get to Indy, and then call me when you get to Chicago.
Yeah, so I got to Indy, chilling, relaxing, just minding my business and whatnot. I stop and get some food, pack, and then I make that 3-hour hike to Chicago. I get to Chicago. I told you when you got here. There's nobody on the road. There's nobody.
When we pulled up here, wasn't nobody out here. It was dark, too.
I'm scared. It's 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I'm in the wrong neighborhood. I said, there's no way.
Like Walking Dead out here.
Bro, it was bad. There was nobody outside. I'm real deal like, oh no, we in the wrong neighborhood.
Right.
GG's. G's, boy. But no, I get here, I take my test, I meet everybody, and like, it's been a good experience, really. Like, I'm around good people.
Some vets.
Vets.
So I know that's one change from, your previous situation, going from like a really younger team to
a veteran team.
A veteran team. So it's been pretty cool, you know what I'm saying, getting to see you out here competing at a high level, being a part of, like I said, this Bulls organization.
And the craziest thing about it is, like, I'm around DeMar and Zach.
Certified killers.
And even Pat, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Pat, my guy. Look forward to talking to you, working with you. He was a real humble dude. I got to speak to him today. Shout out to my guy Terry. After the game, he had the opportunity to speak with him, and he was a real humble dude. Had a great game tonight. Shot the shit out of him. He like Pat Bear from high school that I heard about.
But yeah, watching Zach and DeMar just play the game of basketball is like, it's insane. Especially DeMar. The way
to whatever spot he wants to on the floor, like,
bro,
like he getting to the mid-range, like nothing you can do about it.
Ain't nothing you can do about it. And the game before you came, who we just played? Who did we just play? It wasn't the Heat. We just played the Heat tonight. Who did we
Timberwolves.
play? Timberwolves. That's exactly what we played. That might have been one of the greatest mid-range performances I've ever seen.
Hey, that's what you called me and told me.
It was a masterclass. When this is over with, I want you to zoom in my face. This was a masterclass. It was drop.
It's the pace that they play with, like.
Bro, it's amazing to watch. Like, I get caught up sometimes, like.
Watch.
Yeah, like Pat Bev be on my ass, and he like, yo, where's your energy at, T? Come on. Come on. You gotta talk. And I'm just sitting there like, in my head, I'm like, nigga, shut up. I'm watching this game right now. Like,
you think you in the stands with us? Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking I'm a fan. I done paid a ticket. I'm over here just watching. Like,
you think you got a family pass like us here?
I'm just sitting there watching because it's crazy. Like, I'm watching two of the best scorers in the NBA just go absolutely berserk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you said you like Chicago. Obviously, like I said, you got integrated with team, good team feel, veteran team, everybody pretty chill, laid back. Obviously, I put your work in and stuff, but it's of a more like laid back kind of approach here.
Yeah.
How you liking Chicago so far, like just adjusting?
Oh, that weather.
It's unreal. The wind is disrespectful. It snows every 10 minutes.
Bro,
it'll snow, then it'll chill for a second. We walked 2 blocks over for some pizza and almost froze.
Man, like,
beautiful city though. Beautiful
very
city.
Beautiful city, but that weather ain't no joke. That wind is legit.
Yeah, it's not for the weak.
It's not for the weak whatsoever. But yeah, it's been great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't asking as many questions right now, but like, I'm seeing the little things that the vets do, and I'm just taking note of it, and just, when the summer comes.
Summer. What do you have planned for the summer? What is your approach into the summer?
My approach for the summer is, I don't want to have that wave feeling again. You know what I'm saying? So it's cutthroat. Like, I'm going back to Clarksville. Me and you, Kenny, we're going back to Clarksville and we're grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a no bull time.
Yeah.
Like, I know I was gonna go out to Miami and train with Remy Workouts and
shout out
Felix
Remy
and whatnot. Yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah.
I'll be there later in the summer, but
look forward to meeting you guys and seeing you compete down there also.
But I need to get back to just grinding and really focusing on me. You know what I'm saying? I think Clarksville is the perfect place. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm going back to the spot where what helped me get to where I'm at, but also like, I know there's not much going on in Clarksville.
We close enough to Nashville to have fun, and we far enough away where there's no distractions.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing crazy going on in Clarksville, so I just thought that was like the perfect situation for me, and I just think I need that right now, so early in my career. You know what I'm saying? And if it goes well this summer, like, it might just be a staple for me.
That's the goal, man. To bring everything to us, bring the resources to us. I know me and Kenny are very, very excited about having you back. Like I said, we understood when you get to this level, you got to try to, tap into those resources and things of that nature, the Remy's and, working with your teammates and stuff like that. That's great.
Like,
and I think
you got to see what works for you.
Right.
Like,
I'm looking forward to learning from you and learning from the experiences you had with some of these great players and trainers and coaches and stuff. So it's going to help me and push me and Kenny to, continue to provide some of the best service in the country.
For sure.
Shout out to Kenny, Train 360. But yeah, man, I appreciate, like I said, you just having us, hosting us always. Got the open door policy. You always been one call away for anything that we needed. This being a part of your journey and being able to watch you continue to grow, just as a young man and as a professional athlete, has truly been amazing. And I look forward to continue seeing you strive and reach your goals. And yeah, man, and Ronnie 2K, I need to get my boy right on 2K. Get my boy right on 2K, Ronnie. I don't want to hear it. We're gonna pull up Barstool. Look, Chicago, we're here. We gotta figure out some things. If y'all got a Barstool Nashville or something, I need to, hit me up. I'm here. We're available. Ain't that right, Adrian? Yes, sir. Shout out to my producer, man, my guy Adrian. Right Images does all of everything you see from the quality of the footage, from dropping it, from editing, all the clips, all the pictures. He's by himself doing all that kind of stuff. So make sure y'all tapping with my guy, Right Images. Once again, man, shout out to my guy. See, I know you got to get on that road. I appreciate you, like I said, once again, just always being a great host and family. We look forward to having you back at the crib this summer and
for sure.
grinding it out.
Appreciate you.
So, yeah, that's it, man. That's the end of another great episode of the Mile High Club. I'm your host, Chris Moses.
Man, tune into the summer, dog. It's going to be a movie.
To work hard, we just make it look easy.